In one line, in fact, in three lines, in three words, my
Okay.
purpose is sustainable economic development.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Hello and welcome once again to my youth channel, Say Something with Mads. You know, every week I bring young people to share their views, opinions, and perspectives on issues which is close to them. This is the platform where we want people to open up and talk about what is close to their heart and what has been the struggle and the challenges which they faced and which they overcome. Uh, we invite people from across the globe, and today we have from Nigeria, AMAECHI CHINONSO. Welcome to my channel. This is a youth channel, and I'm so happy to have you today here. How are you feeling? Are you energetic? Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, very much. I'm looking very much to it. Very, very much energetic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So let's begin by talking about you. Who are you as a person? Tell me take us back to your school, your college, a little bit about your work right now, about your family, and anything which you want to share as a part of introduction. I want you to introduce yourself to the audience. Over to you. And please tell us a little bit about Nigeria, where you are, which part of Nigeria.
So yeah, my name is AMAECHI CHINONSO, and I'm a Nigerian, and I'm speaking from Nigeria currently. I'm actually coming from a very humble background, from the southern part of Nigeria, in a state, particularly Edo State, right? So where I grew up. So I grew up with my parents. As usual, basically an average family in Nigeria, where the mother is into petty trading and the fathers are into craft work, all of it. So that's basically the kind of family I'm from. But my family is that values education so much. So a lot of things are being done to make sure that we go to school. So from nursery to primary school to secondary school, non-stopping, and to the university, right? So I schooled in Edo State for nursery and primary, then went to a neighboring state, Delta State, for my secondary, and I'm also in Delta State currently for my university. So I'm studying civil engineering, civil and environmental engineering in Delta State University here in Nigeria. And then I'll be rounding up this year. I'll be rounding up. It's a 5 years course, and I'll be rounding up this year. So, and then basically along the line of studying civil engineering, I fell in love with tech, literally, because I remember before I got admission into the university, I was always reading Wikipedia, right? I was reading about some of these tech companies that are in Silicon Valley. So I am wondering, how come we have a lot of big companies over there in the US, and yeah, though we have some in Africa, but we don't have the ones in Africa aren't as big as those ones. So I was literally curious. So I was asking, I wanted to find out what exactly Google is doing, what exactly the likes of Apple, what are they doing, IBM. I read about them. I do read about their founders and all of it. So, so I wanted to build something related to that, and
Okay.
then along the line, I needed to start learning about tech skills. So started getting Google certifications, technician, education, and all of that. And of recent, I got accepted to YC Startup School, right, where I can meet um, techies who are young like me from any part of the world. So
Okay.
literally, that's about my um, tech journey. Then back to Nigeria. Nigeria is a nice place. It's a
Mhm.
very, very nice place. Awesome people. I don't. I don't know if you have been to Nigeria. Maybe you should come and then
I
see through.
my
Nigeria
my
is actually
uncle,
a very,
yeah,
very.
I know a lot about Nigeria because my uncle, my own uncle, he he was invited from India to go to Nigeria and set up pharmacy colleges. He was looking after a lot of colleges to set up pharmacy institutes, university in Nigeria. So he was there for almost 6 to 7 years working to set up colleges. So I know a lot about Nigeria. Yes.
Wow, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So, yeah, definitely, that's nice. That's nice.
Right.
That's
Tell me
nice.
one thing, Amisha. I wanted to ask you this question. Do you think engineering is a big branch in Nigeria like India? Every parent wants their child to be either an engineer or a doctor first. That's what is still the mentality of young all mothers and fathers. Though the child may not want to do engineering, they might hate engineering, but parents will want them. It's a story of every country. I think people want, even I see in Korea, everywhere, getting into medical school and engineering school is the most important of students' life. Is it the same there? Do you all want to be engineers?
Yeah, it's. I think it's a global mentality because now that you said that that's the way Indian parents think. Yes, exactly how African parents think. So they either want their kids to study medicine or study engineering, notwithstanding the choice of the kids. But for me, actually, though my parents want me to study engineering, but me too, I actually wanted to study engineering because that has been my interest from secondary school.
Right.
So
Yes.
um, initially, I actually wanted to study petroleum engineering, but I didn't gain admission into the university through that. So I went for civil engineering, and I love it. I love it. I love it. But the mentality still remains in Africa. Yeah, still
Yes, it
remains.
is common in every country. I think it's still very much either this, first choice is this. Right. Amici, I would like to touch upon one point where you were talking about getting accepted on your LinkedIn. Also, I checked why Combinator Startup School. What is this about, and how you were pretty excited when you announced that I have been accepted in this Y Combinator Startup School. What is this about?
Y Combinator, it's a startup incubator, like it's a platform where startups can come and then they can get funding as well as mentorship and all of it.
Okay.
So there is a branch of them they call startup school. So the startup school now is under YC, it's under Y Combinator. It's for young people like me who
Okay.
have business ideas and
Okay.
also that are looking for co-founders. So it's a place where you come in, meet other people who are thinking like you, and you can collaborate with others to build innovative products. And I've actually met a lot of persons from there, and from everywhere in the world. Persons can
Okay,
join the
right.
platform.
So you have to submit something, some ideas or something to be accepted there, some business ideas, or how do you get accepted in this?
Yeah, I think it's not much complicated. Just tell them what you are up to, tell them what your interest is, answer some of the few questions, and then they will literally get back to you. Yeah.
Right. So what is your future with along with engineering? You are also thinking of starting something of your own. If you want to start something, what would that be?
Yeah, I'm continuing with engineering, and I want to build something sustainable in the construction industry. Right,
Okay.
Africa is at the stage where a whole lot of things are happening for infrastructural development. Right, we've not gotten there. The where India is now, we've not gotten there. We are heading towards that direction, and so we need a lot of infrastructures. It's a gap to close. So yeah, I,
Okay.
I I would want to do a lot in construction.
Right. So there's a lot of need for civil engineers. How is the road system, the bridges and the highways and all? Are they all engineers working in that area to make infrastructure better, transportation, roads, infrastructure better?
Yeah. Nigeria is a developing economy, right? So there's always going to be progress. So
Yes,
we are seeing progress in the infrastructure, the road, the bridges, and everything, right? The whole transportation system is being redefined. So
right,
we're having
right,
progress. We are making
right.
progress.
Um, Amish, I wanted to ask you a question which might make you think. What is your purpose right now? What do you think gives you motivation and purpose in life? What is that if you have to define it in one line?
In one line, in fact, in 3 words, my
Okay.
purpose is sustainable economic development.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
great.
sustainable economic development.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Now that you have brought this
sustainable
word, which is
economic
a
development. So
keyword,
this pushes me,
yeah, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, I said this pushes me every single day, and it really defines the kind of solutions that I want to build for Africa and what I want to work on for the rest of my life. Yeah.
Right. So you have brought a very important word in your purpose, which is sustainable development. Sustainability is everywhere. Everyone is talking about UN SDG goals. How do you see young people around you in Nigeria embracing those UN SDG goals? Do you read about them? Do you talk about them? People are working towards the goal personally or as a company, or what is the thought behind this United Nations Sustainability Development Goals?
Yeah, on my own side, I've literally seen a whole lot of the goals, and yeah, some progress have been made. I think it's one of the reasons why I joined Yongo. It's a part of it's an organization that is helping to achieve that is aggregating a whole lot of youths across the world. For me, I think we still lack a lot of inclusiveness for the youths. The youths are not
Yes.
participating enough. So
Mm,
we need a whole lot of awareness to make sure that because they are the larger number of population that need to
mm,
carry out, that need to help achieve this goal. So a lot of awareness is still being needed to make sure
okay.
that everybody gets involved in achieving
Mm.
this. Yeah.
Not only we don't not only talk about climate changes are not for politicians and policymakers. It is each one of us, maybe planting trees or maybe anything simple we get involved with, recycling. Everything is a part of our goal. But I think, how do people look at living sustainably? Do they reuse a lot of things, recycle? How is the status of using plastic? Are they aware that they have to reduce plastic, or are they usually practicing it in their day-to-day life?
Yeah, exactly. So sustainability is it's not only on climate, right? So when we talk about sustainability, most people are carried away by climate. Actually, it boils down to our daily life, right? Our daily life, how we handle the materials around us, and all of it, just like you've mentioned.
Mm,
So that's why I said people need awareness to know that
mm,
if they are able to handle the plastics around them, they are contributing to the global sustainability, right?
mm,
So if they are able to plant trees around them, they are contributing to the global sustainability. It's not only when you have to carry placards to go do some stuff on climate, that's when you are contributing. No, our daily life, if we're able to manage our waste, not throw it just anywhere, because it could block the drainages, flooding comes, and it could
mm,
be a big issue for the community. So if the waste are being managed properly, they are also contributing. So our
mm.
daily life is not left out of sustainability.
Right, absolutely. And it should start from a very young age, right? From schools, people should be told about this and practice. Right. Now, my next question to you would be, um, who is your role model? Do you look up to anybody if you have a mentor, idol, role model? It could be anybody from anywhere in the world. And if you have, why?
Yeah, for me, just like as we discussed in my bit of trying to find my trajectory, I I noticed that I prefer Jeff Bezos, right, as a role model. So he's somebody who I look up to. One, because of his conservative business model and how he does his things. So literally, Jeff Bezos is the man I look up to every single day because he's playing in the sector that I also want to play.
Okay. Can you repeat the name? I think I didn't get the name properly. There was some issue, some problem.
Jeff
Oh, Jeff
Bezos, the
Bezos.
founder of
Jeff Bezos.
Amazon.
Yes, yes. Now I got it. I couldn't get the name. Right, right. Of course, of course. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, my next question to you would be, what is it that makes Amisha happy? If I have to say, what makes you look up today's every day? What makes you happy? Basically, doing what? A simple answer would be, what makes Amisha happy?
It's very simple. What makes me happy is making progress towards my dream, right? Making progress every single day, no matter how small it is, making progress every single day towards my dream. That's my
Mm.
joy. It makes me feel that I'm really realizing why I'm here on earth. So that is my joy. That's basically my
Right.
joy.
So, if I have to
That's my joy.
prod a little bit, you say every day moving towards goal. So how do you uh, achieve that? How do you know that I have moved on towards goal? Do you write something, or what is it that makes you realize that today I have achieved some small step towards my goal?
I do, every single evening before I go to bed, I make sure I write down what I need to do for the following day. So when I wake up, I'm not confused of what to do. I already know the plans I'm to execute for the day. So and then after which, during the evening, I still have to track what I was supposed to do within the day and check the ones I was able to do, check the ones I couldn't do, and analyze why, and then know how to plan for the next day. So yeah, it's
Right?
me planning my day the night before.
Wow, that's amazing. So you have such a detailed plan. Okay, for example, what do you write for one day? So morning you write and evening you check. Just give us an example. What are the things you write? Maybe take one day.
Okay, for one day, actually, I break my day into 1 hour, like an hour, like every
Oh,
hour I know
atomic
what I'm
habits.
supposed to do.
Okay,
I know where
breaking
I should
habits.
be, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can see this. This
Yes.
is what I make use of.
Okay. Okay.
This is what I make use of. So yeah, I write down what I'm supposed to do if I'm to go to school. I write it down that I'm supposed to be in school by 8 to 10.
Okay.
If I'm to eat, I'll write it down that I'm supposed to eat by now. If I have a meeting with anybody, it's written. If I'm to read, if there's a course I'm to take, if there's a place I'm to show up, so everything is planned, right? Everything is planned. Everything is planned.
Right. But I would like to
So
ask you
that's how I
something
do it.
else other than this. So, how often do you meet all the goals? And if you don't meet the daily goals, how does it make you feel?
So because I want to ask myself why. Why did I not meet this goal? Maybe there was something more important that I had to attend to, right? So it's actually the why. It's not basically not meeting the goal. It's why I didn't meet the goal. So if it's something urgent coming up that I had to attend to, so what I do is shift that goal to the following day, right? I can't strike it off just like that. I have to shift it out to the following day. So that's basically what I do.
Right. This is something amazing I learned from Amisha. I know at the end of the day I write what all I've achieved and gratitude journal. But this is something very well planned. Like, what are the things you have to do today? I think I've learned this, and my audience going to learn this from you. Amazing, very well said. Very interesting. Amiche, if I ask you that you have to take three people, three people whom you have not met to a dinner from anywhere in the world, anybody,
Uh,
who would those three people be with you on a dinner table and why?
Number one is my role model.
Of
I
course.
I would want to book yes with Jeff Bezos, the
Okay.
founder of Amazon. That should be the first person. Yeah, that should be the first person, literally. And then number two person is going to be I'm a lover of football, right? And I'm a big
Okay.
fan of Ronaldo. I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah,
Yeah. Can you see I have
yeah.
Ronaldo?
I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of Ronaldo. Yeah,
On
yeah, 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 yeah,
on my wall. Yes. Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
And then any other random person who believes in what I do I can actually I can actually have a dinner with some person.
Right.
Yeah.
You can. All right. That's great too. I got two names from you. Fantastic. Now tell me one thing which I've asked most of my guests is how has been on LinkedIn changed? Like, why do you want to be on LinkedIn, and what has changed after being on LinkedIn? Uh, and how much time you spend on social media, looking at highlighting your work? How do you have a specific time allotted to it? And too much of looking at reels, looking at TikToks is a waste of time eventually. So, how do you balance that?
Yeah, actually, I do have Instagram account too, but I'm not active on Instagram. I'm active on LinkedIn. I'm active on LinkedIn. I'm not that active on Facebook and Twitter. It's basically LinkedIn, right? Because LinkedIn is a professional network where you build your profile as a career-oriented person, right? So that is the
Right.
mindset I have about LinkedIn. So that's why
Mm,
I'm much focused on LinkedIn. And then the timing, literally, I spend the early morning on LinkedIn because I want to post an update, check for messages, and then reply. So and then basically by noon, lunchtime, see through if there were messages that came in, and then I can reply them. And after which it can be by night again. It's not as if I spend time viewing through posts and all of that. No, 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 no. I don't do that. I don't
mm,
actually do that. Though. Yeah,
mm.
that's LinkedIn for me.
Right. And LinkedIn is a wonderful source of connecting to people. That's the best platform that I could meet young people like you is through LinkedIn. So that's the amazing thing. But there is also a lot of pressure on building the number of followers and seeing who is watching, who, how much my profile is viewed. This number, that number. I think they takes a lot of time and energy, and we are sometimes not utilizing our time properly just by browsing through any of the social media, I think. Do you agree?
Yeah, 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 definitely. Definitely. Building a profile on LinkedIn does take time, right? It takes time. It does take time. You know, there are people on LinkedIn are professionals. So you don't expect to show up on LinkedIn and all of a sudden gain massive following just like that. So you need to share educative content, something that you should be, what you are doing should be what people are interested in before they can follow you or connect with you. Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
So just be
Right.
valuable.
Right, correct, correct. So even every thrice a week is what I also post. I think that that's the thing which we can do even if we are not posting every day. Three posts per week is minimum requirement, so that should go in. and that we need to do to be on LinkedIn for a longer period of time and to build a follower. Amishi, do you read books or do you follow any podcasts or anything which you want to share?
Yeah, I do read books. I do read books, but basically, if it's during a very serious semester, I stay very much focused on my academics, right?
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
during yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but I do read books though. I do read books, but they are mainly for the business aspect. And I do follow podcasts, and they are also for the tech podcasts too.
Okay.
So
Okay.
for books, I read. I don't know if you want me to mention any.
Yeah, please go ahead if you remember anything which is with you or which you think you should share.
Yeah, yeah. I think most young persons must have read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I've read that too by Robert Kiyosaki.
Yes.
I've read
I
that,
think
and
good,
yeah,
great. I think that's a very common
I've
share
read
among.
yeah, yeah, very common, very common. So I've read a couple of books like Richest Man in Babylon, Built to Last,
Oh, you have read that.
um,
Lovely.
lots
Richest
of
Man
other
of
books.
Babylon, my favorite book also.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow, wow,
I love
that's
that book.
nice.
And
That's
I
nice.
I gift it to many young people whom I meet. I have copies of books with me, and when I have to go to gift for somebody, I give that book. So I think that's an amazing book to gift someone,
Yeah,
especially. Yeah, right.
yeah.
Amiche, now
Yeah.
we have had a wonderful conversation, but now is the time when you get to ask me a question. What do you want to ask me? On what topic? Whatever you want to ask. Over to you.
Yeah, I would want to really ask you some questions. You know, mentorship, it's one thing that will literally help our generation to grow. Like those who are ahead, give mentorship and knowledge to those coming behind, right? So, and I know there's actually a difference between a role model and a mentor. You can have a role model who you don't have access to, somebody who don't even know you. But a mentor is somebody who should know you and could having conversations too. I think most this young generation, most young folks do not have access to mentors. So there's
Mm,
literally no much guidance, you know.
mm.
So I don't know. Are you in any way helping people? Are you in any way helping young folks get mentorship or introducing them to network of mentors?
Okay, fine. That's a good question. I consider myself as a youth mentor, but I think when people through this interview, I reach out to people and I talk to them. After that, I am very involved in their life, what is going on. It is not only a business or it is not only their professional life. I'm also, as I said, a neuroscience teacher or coach. So I look at the well being, mental well being, talking to people, what they are thinking, what is, if their health is impacted due to stress, what are they need to talk, what are the steps they should be followed, and anything. It could be about their relationships, it could be about anything. So there is what my role is, and uh, it's about somebody is there to talk. You can come and talk for an hour with me, and I think that is where I'm contributing as a being a mentor. All the interviewees, they are connected to me. If they have any issue, they come back to me, and that is, and this is of course not done professionally. So there is no charges involved, no money involved. You just call me and you talk to me. In whichever way I can help, I'm there to help them.
Wow, that's nice. That's nice. I love that. I love that. You are really doing well. Kudos.
Yeah, and
Kudos a
if
lot.
you need,
Thanks a lot.
I remember a student for interviewee who wanted to um, go and study in US. from Africa. I think he was from Uganda. So he tried. He was falling short of some finance was a problem for him. So we connected him to somebody, and we ourselves did it to support him to go to US and study in our own small way. We are doing something, but I don't want to talk about or brag about it. But yes, I'm always there for people. Yeah. Thank you so much for this question.
That's nice. That's nice. That's
Thank
nice.
you.
That's nice.
Thank you so much.
One more thing.
It's been a great conversation knowing you, your vision, what you plan to do in life, where are your expertise, and what you not only trying to do for yourself, but youth around you is something great. And definitely, I learned planning, planning from you, planning in detail from you. So, with that, we come to an end of our talk, and I hope you had a great time. How would you like to sum it up, and how would you like to end it for our viewers?
Yeah, it's really a great time having this conversation with you. I am so much happy to be in this channel, right? I'm so much happy to be in this channel. And then for the young folks who are on this channel, all I can say is have a vision, have a goal, chase it up, and you don't need to be perfect to get started. You get started to so that you can be perfect, right? So no matter the stage at which you are, just keep your eyes on the big picture that you are chasing, and definitely you will keep making progress and you'll get there.
Right. So beautifully said, Amiche. uh, Keep hustling, keep giving your best. You may not get it in 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, but give it your time. Eventually, you will get it. And not only for young people, it is for every one of us. Even when I'm doing this interview, I've been doing this for 1 year. I don't know where this is going, this channel, but my role, my goal is to do one interview every day, and I'm doing it, whatever happens. So that is how focus and persistence and will be rewarded eventually. Thank you so much for being here on my channel. And as I end every week, I say this, that we have only one earth. Do a little bit to make it better, and leave it a planet for the next generation to share the resources the way we are sharing it. Thank you, and bye bye, and see you again next week with another change maker, another youth. Bye bye, Amiche. Thank you.